Today I'm going to show you my favorite way that I use a journal every year. Hi everybody, it's Julie. Can you believe it? 2023 is just right around the corner. And so today I am going to be doing some looking back at 2022 so I can get ready for 2023. Check it out. I'm going to go through the goal setting program that I do each year. And I've made some notes so that I can tell you how this works for me. Of course, the last few years for me have been a challenge. The one thing is that I'm excited that I do have some things that I have in place that make other things happen. So each year for the last several years, I have put together a journal or used a journal to write down my accomplishments and my wish list for the coming year. Okay, so this is very sad. This is this year's journal, and I don't know who ate it, but it's probably either Olive or Wiley. But my list is in here of my 100. Well, I started out with 100. I number it to 100, and however many end up there. It also has my project list. It has my list of upcoming digitals, the things that I'm saving things for digitals for the Dear Julie channel. This particular one, I used the Pink Expressions and Pink October kits to make the actual journal. And I have, you're just going to see, this is the July VIP list is in here. Here's the one box only 20 items. So my notes for making that. There's the list of things that are in the digital. When I was checking in the VIP that they got everything. Here's some notes on making a kit. So people ask, do you actually use your journals? Yes, I do, especially my list journals. Now, as I'm coming to the end of 2022, I'm going to go through here and pull out the pieces that I didn't use, okay? Because these I can use in something that is, possibly coming up. To make another journal. Look at there. There's a whole little journal all by itself right in there. But it has done its job really well, and but I do have things in here that I'll be able to use in another journal, and that's fine. That's fine. So that happens when you have something that has a time on it, I believe. Okay. The other thing that I discovered is I don't use as many of these as I thought I would for my list journal. Okay. So yeah. So that is what's left of that one. It's so sad, but I have it. Okay, so let me tell you how I go about this. So this is the one from the year before, and again, some of it is not done, but here's my things. This is the accomplishments of 2020. It was a harder one to do. I had 83. I got to 83. And looks like I stopped, and then again I used it to put my finished journals in. I had lists, so here's finished journals, digital kits, journal kits, that I did. Here's ideas, more of the VIP stuff. And then I think this one, my list of 100 things is well, it's in here somewhere. So the 100 things that I wanted to do is in here somewhere. So, but I like this size of journal for this. And so let's go ahead. Here's my 2023. I did find a 2023 and added it. So let's go ahead and we'll go through my notes. You can find some of my goal setting stuff, 2018, 2019, 2020. I did goal setting or clear vision videos, and so you can find those by looking Dear Julie, Julie goal setting, or Dear Julie, Julie clear vision, Dear Julie, Julie list journal. So what I do is I have a process, and the first thing that I do is I either take out a composition book, take out a blank piece of paper, and I write the numbers 1 to 100. Okay, so just write on your thing the numbers 1 to 100. Now I decided in this one it's going to be back here. So this is my looking back at 2020. And I'm going to just randomly write down things that I did. I did a video every day, except for a couple that had extenuating circumstances. I did a challenge every month. I got up and made Tom's lunch every day. Okay, so those are some of the things that I did. I worked with Wiley, and Wiley is now, I can pet him. Several of our neighbors can, and she follows directions, and all of those things, those are huge. But I worked with her so that she is a member of our family and not just the stray that lives here, because if she went to the shelter, or not the shelter, but to the pound or whatever, she would not be adoptable. She's crazy, but we love her. Okay, so I planted a garden. I installed the drip system. I redid the fence. Whimsy garden. And that got repainted, all the little goodies that go in there. Okay, so continuing to add on to this, the things that I did. And it can be simple things. It can be, I decorated the porch for, it's going to be, because I don't know that I'm going to even come close to 100 things. Decorated the porch for Halloween. I wasn't going to. In the last minute, I did it. Okay, so let's see. We went to Calvin's graduation. That's a big deal to me. I want to make sure I go to all my grandkids' graduations. So went to Washington and saw the Washington family. Arizona by myself. That was huge. Washington, Arizona, Las Vegas. Okay, so all of those things. So I saw all the grandkids and all, yeah, so that was a big deal. We're at number 13. Now, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to look back and I'm going to do those. Then I'm going to start looking at other things. Let's see, I'm going to look at the she shed, the warehouse, the garden area, just all of the different things. I might go and look on Facebook, on Instagram, to find some of the other things that I have done. So here we go. So these are things that were big. They can be small. They can be on purpose. They can be things that happened on accident. Look around the house, the yard, Facebook, Instagram, photos. Find things in the categories of faith, family, home, business, relationships, visits, things I learned, purchases that I made, payoffs. So did you pay off a bill, or things that started, things that were finished, things that you pulled back out, revisited. Okay? And we're going to do this process, and you can take several days to go ahead and fill it out. The obvious are going to be the first things that come out. And sometimes those real gems are the things that you have to actually go and look for. They might be things that, that happened early in the year, or they just kind of happened, and one day you're like, oh my gosh, I did that. Or we did that. Okay? So I do this to make my goals realistic, but at the same time to make sure that I'm making them big enough, and to set the mood to go after them, because I've got a positive look here. So for the beginning, for part 1, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our look back, looking at 100 items, big, small, on purpose, on accident, that you accomplished, did, purchased, paid off, all of those things in 2022. And so that is the homework. That's what I'm doing next. I'm going to go ahead and I will be working on, first I'll put the 100 numbers, and then I will start filling it up. I can add in things like the collabs with Kara, some of the special things that I did for Patreon, some of the journals that I made that were a little different, and they were things that I have wanted to do, and so being able to add those types of things, areas of my home that I got organized, I can add those things in. If you threw away something and that was huge for you, then that, any new steps, taking steps forward, that can go in your accomplishments. Nothing is really too small to add in. If it makes you feel good and you really feel like it was an accomplishment, it should be in here. Okay? Again, your things can be faith, family, home, business, relationships, visits, things you learned, purchases, payoffs, things you started, you finished, you revisited, look around your house, your yard, your Facebook, Instagram, your photos, and I have another place that you can get some of these things. So places to go that you went, people that you saw. Don't forget about the things that you volunteer for. Any of your things that you, let's see, I've got another list here. Okay, so health, fitness, wellness, habits, inspiration, image, and then any projects that you did. We're going to use this list again when we get to the part where we are looking forward. But that might help you to look back and find your things. I'm going to be putting an event in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. This is going to take place of our next two mini challenge in the challenge Mondays. Your first mini challenge in the challenge is going to be looking back. And then the second mini challenge in the challenge will be your looking forward. So if you want to participate in that, I have that, and I have prizes for, maybe we'll have a little party within the party and draw for those prizes. So look for that, your mini challenge in the challenge. These will be, I'm going to call them something different. Let's write it in here so it has a place. I don't want to take up too much space, but how about on a tag like this? Okay, so what would you use a tag in here for? You use it for something that you're going to write something smaller. Let's turn this over, and we are going to call the first one mini challenge in the challenge, and this is look. Okay, mini challenge in the challenge, look back. And the other one is going to be our mini challenge in the challenge, look forward. Okay, you're going to put your picture of your 100 items, and what you can do is you can just kind of take your picture kind of like at an angle. So this is my looking back. I've got my pages, so just kind of like that. Okay. And then your pictures of maybe so that we can see that it says back. Okay, looking back at 2022. So maybe like this, something like that. So we see the back at 2022, and we see that you did do it. And then the same with your forward, which we're going to do in our next video. Okay, so mini challenge in the challenge, look back. And mini challenge in the challenge, look forward. That will be our last challenge for 2022. I'm not going to put that up, but I'm going to put that up here. And this is going to be our first mini challenge in the challenge for 2023. Okay? And so there you go. Events will be in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. Don't forget to answer the questions if you're asking to join any Dear Julie group so that we can let you in. We do that for your safety. The Dear Julie digitals are on sale so that you can purchase a digital if you want to make your list journal. And yeah, so I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what you make. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Bye.